Alright, y'all. I did the overview of the trip, what I'm planning to do, or what the professor and I are planning to do, with the map and everything. Showed you the route, basically. Now I figured I'd show you what kind of kit I'm taking. Now there's going to be two parts to this video. There's going to be this one, and the actual backpack full of stuff. And then later on, as soon as I get it all done, I will put up my food bag video. So this is all stuff that's going in my Ribz, minus this box here. So I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but this is a black model. It's a large. I could actually probably put all this stuff right here in one side pocket if I really wanted to. It's way more space than I really need. But I've got a green model also that's small, and I'm not big at all, but I'm 6'3", and I'm not exactly toothpick. And so when I put that green one on, even as loose as all the straps will go, it looks like I've got a bra on. So I'm debating, and it's not like anybody's gonna see me, but it's a matter of comfort more. So anyway, I'd probably take the black one, debatable. So right now, I'll go ahead and go over this. This box right here is a waterproof box. The orange part is all rubber, so it basically creates its own seal. And I've got 19 AA batteries in here, 21 AAA, and I've got extra memory cards. Any extra memory cards are going in here. Even though these are waterproof, according to the packaging. This is an 8 gig. I've got a 32 gig in the camera I'm taking, and an 8 gig in the camera I'm using right now. So I should have more than enough memory to do this trip as far as tons of pictures and video. It's one of my regrets on the last trip. I don't feel like I got enough pictures and video. So I want to get more than enough this time. I'll probably end up driving the professor crazy with how much pictures and video I plan on taking. So this is not going in the Ribz. This is just here because it's kind of floating around right now. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Probably in the top of my pack. But so that's that. I did a lot of debating on things. I put a lot of thought into what I'm taking in my Ribz pack. A couple of reasons. One, I want all the things that I'm going to have to be constantly using all day long in my Ribz pack, so I don't have to mess with trying to dig through my pack while we're in the canoe. And also, it's a very, very, very slim possibility that anything would go wrong. But if something did go wrong, like the canoe sank, and all we were able to grab was what we had on us, I want something substantial in this pack so that I can get by. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I've never, in my whole entire life of canoeing, ever had a canoe sink unintentionally. We used to do training routines where we'd go out in the water and flip them just for practice on how to react to it. So, but I put a lot of thought into this. First of all, the knife. I've debated on this knife for about a month now. Over that, or a Mora, or this J. Martini knife. This is a cheap, I could pretty much lose this and wouldn't really be upset about it, but this is one of my favorite knives, and this is a Bark River North Star, and I really, really like this knife, and I was debating on taking it because I didn't want to take a chance on losing it. One of the biggest problems is that this knife, I've always had a tension problem in this knife, or in this sheath, where the knife did not want to come out of doesn't want to stay in the sheath if you were to flip it upside down or tip it at all. So I had to come up with a way to remedy that. So one, I put a Ranger band on the handle, and so that kind of grips with the leather. That helps hold it in, but it's not 100%. So what I did was I took a piece of shock cord, put it through the lanyard loop, made a big loop, and then looped it over my ferro rod holder. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of see it there. You can see it there. But that way the knife's, there's no way that knife's going to come out of that sheath now. And I've got my good knife with me. I can trust that knife. I can beat the crap out of it. I don't have to worry about it. And it's, you know, like I said, it's like a 1 in a million chance that something would happen. But if something did, I want to make sure I've got a good sturdy knife on me. And so that's the one I chose. Right here is my Spyderco Tenacious. And I really wanted a good pocket knife. I really like this knife. It's lightweight. It's a good cutter. And I want something for my pocket because this is going to be in my Ribz pack. I wanted something that I can get out quick and easy for, you know, if I just need to cut a quick piece of line or something like that. So that's what I'm going to use for my pocket knife. As far as fire, about a month's worth supply of petroleum jelly coated cotton balls. I got more than enough, especially since we're going to be in the land of tinder. You've got pine needles, you know, dead pine needles. You put a match to that, it's like gasoline. You got pine cones, you got birch bark, you got dead pine branches, which go up like gasoline. So there should be no problem even in wet weather getting a fire going if we have wood. But I wanted to make sure, so that and a ferro rod, even though I've got a ferro rod on my knife. Pen and a permanent marker for any map work I want to do. This is going to be the map I'm carrying. I have another one that I might let the professor have in his, you know, little whatever he has with him, on him, so that he can look at it too and we don't have to be handing it back and forth. Piece of string, like I told you guys, I like to use that to determine distance on the map. It's easy to do that way. You can follow curves with it and everything. I don't remember what brand this is. Casio Pathfinder watch. I didn't get it because of Dave Canterbury. I got it because I got it in trade, and it's a great watch. I'm not a big watch guy. I mean, you'll hardly ever see me with a watch on. That's my watch wrist, by the way. That's the watch I wear, or my hand I wear it on. But this tells the date, the time, you know, stopwatch, all that kind of crazy stuff. It's got a nice light on it. It's got an altimeter, a barometer, a compass. It tells the temperature. You know, so it's a great thing to have with you. Would I rely on it? Is that my only means? Not unless I absolutely had to. If I lost everything but what I had on me, that's going to be war. So I'll have it on me. Then yeah, it'd be a nice thing to have if I had nothing else. But like I said, I've got more than enough stuff. Leatherman Charge TTI is just one of the many multi-tools I have that I just grabbed one. It's got, you know, mainly for the pliers, but I've got a backup pocket knife here. I've got wood saw. I've got a diamond file if I need to sharpen something. I've got, you know, pliers. I don't need any screwdriver bits. I've got scissors if I need them. So it's just a good thing to have. My main compass, this is a Silva, I forget the model on it, Explorer, Silva Explorer, and I really like this compass. It's always worked for me great. It's sitting off right now because of this multi-tool. You can see that needle move. Then I have my signaling rescue pack. This has got about 50 feet of flagging tape, that real thin plastic stuff you just hang on a tree branch or whatever. It's bright orange, so I can signal with it, or, you know, mark my path or whatever. A backup compass. This is another Silva, but it's a smaller model than that. Signal mirror and a whistle. Also, I'm sitting on a red bandana, which also can be used for signaling. And a patch kit. I don't know if this will probably go in my pack. I don't think I'll need it during the day, but it's basically Tenacious tape, and it can be used for my tarp, my tent, my thermarest, whatever I need it for. A dry bag that might get a hole punctured in it. So that's what I'm going to take with me too. The first aid kit, I've got a video on this. Let me turn this camera. I don't even know if you guys can see all this. If you didn't, that's my main compass. right here. This is a Silver Ranger. I described this already. This is that rescue kit, or red bandana, tenacious tape, and then we're onto the first aid kit. The only thing I've really added to this is a bottle of ibuprofen, tick key, and some good folding scissors. Other than that, it's the same as my first aid kit video. As far as a flashlight, I wanted to have a flashlight on me. You never know when you're going to need it. I didn't want to have to wait and dig through my pack to find a flashlight. You never know if you're going to get caught out or you know, whatever. But great flashlight, or headlight. I really love this one. This black diamond. It's got really bright white light, and it's got dim white light, flashing white light, and it's also got red light. Really like that one. Camera. This is a Kodak Easy Share C195. It's a good camera. It's not my favorite. The one I'm using is my favorite, but the one I'm using has battery packs, and I don't want to have to try to either figure out a way to charge them or, you know, carry a bunch of extra ones. This is just cheaper and easier to use. It doesn't take quite as good a video, but it does take really good stills. But it takes AA batteries, 2 AA batteries, so that's a plus, major plus. I don't have to worry about it. Pop 2 AA's in, I'm good to go. Throw the other 2 back in the garbage bag and go with it. My Garmin eTrex 20, just I wouldn't say cheap, but it's a lower model, but it's enough to calculate speeds when we're on the water. It's enough to mark waypoints, mark portages, all that good stuff. You know, judge distance, how far we've gone in a day, all that kind of stuff. You know, when you're on the water, you really only need your map and your compass, as far as I'm concerned. We got by with it fine last time, and we never had a problem. And then my Spot Messenger. This is activated. It does have batteries in it, so all I have to do is turn it on, hit OK to check in. It'll go straight to my Facebook page. Everybody that needs to has been, you know, shown how to get to my Facebook page. And then I didn't activate the tracking service. This is expensive, by the way. So I don't degrade it, because it is a great tool to have if you need it, but it is expensive. It's a $100 item itself, and then you have to pay to very basic fees, $110. So and then you go up from there depending on what kind of services you want. But for the very basic, you get emergency services and OK, and that's it. You don't get the tracking function. You don't get to send the special message or whatever. So great piece of kit to have, and that's going to be along with me always at you know, at all times. So that's, you know, like I said, I picked these things in order, you know, at the absolute most. I might end up throwing in, even though I've got a water filter in there, I may end up throwing my little Aquamira Pro Aquamira Frontier Pro, just because, like I said, if something does happen, I want to have everything covered. And obviously I can't fit a metal container in here to boil, so that would get me my clean water. Because the water is very clean up there, but you still have to worry about things because, you know, animals, beaver fever and all that kind of crazy stuff, cryptosporidium, cysts, giardia, all that good stuff. So this is basically my kit, and that's what's going to be on me at all times when I'm paddling. So anyway, guys, I don't know if this is too long or not. I may end up doing the pack separate, but this is what's going on right now. So anyway, guys, if you have any comments, questions, I'd love to hear them. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching, and so I'll see you on the next one.